I am here with the beautiful Simone Gordon, who's founder of the Black Fairy Godmother Foundation, in addition to the Purple Diamond Awards. Woo woo! So, Ms. Gordon, I haven't spoken to you in a year. What's been going on with you since the last time we talked?
Well, it's been so many great things happening. We are putting more women into, school. We awarded 27 women the Fairy Dust Scholarship this year, putting a lot of single moms into trade school and community colleges. We are expanding. We're stabilizing many communities. Of course, feeding. Of course, doing partnerships with other companies to house many Black and Brown families. So it's been so many great things that we're doing, and now we have more people on board who are becoming volunteers, and we're just expanding. It's just a beautiful thing, and I'm blessed and I'm happy that I'm able to change so many lives.
Congratulations. So, and I know your journey wowed me then. It's wowing me now. I was watching a interview of you on the, was it Kelly Clarkson's show? How was
Yes.
that experience?
That experience was amazing, and to finally meet one of my volunteers that I never met in person before, and how I touched another Black woman's life when she was, at her lowest. And we all go through it, whether we are unemployed or not. Everyone has their moments where they need somebody. So be able to touch people across America and across the globe, it made me feel amazing. And I'm doing all this by being a caregiver to my son who has autism, and to also go to college and just, only getting 2 to 3 hours of sleep. But I love it because it's filling a void in my heart of actually helping someone in need.
You know what I really, really appreciated about that segment is when Kelly asked you, or not Kelly, but I think your volunteer said 100% of your proceeds go to the family. So just like you said, you have a child in need, you are running on 3 hours worth of sleep, minimal help, and you doing your doggone thing, and you still make it honest and credible. So why is that important for your business to be credible?
It's important for my business, for my foundation to be credible, because we have many big nonprofits, no names, who are not doing the work, but they are getting the funding.
Right.
So people need to know where their money is going to actually people, not just someone's strategy, not someone's salary or someone's marketing or someone's jet. It's going to the people that you're really donating it for. That's what makes it important.
Okay. You one of the fairy godmothers that's real, okay? So,
yes.
And the other thing that I really loved is that you're on Instagram, and then even if you get requests via Instagram, that's how you respond. So staying in contact and tapping in with the community that way, how has that helped your foundation and helped other people?
It has helped the foundation a lot, because you have some people who are now starting to follow me. They go, I'm sending thousands of dollars to big nonprofits, but we're seeing people you're connecting with that says, I need food right now. In less than an hour or two, they get that Instacart out the door. Or my light's been shut off for a month and I just Googled you. And we get those lights shut back on. It just is, it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. And sometimes when people DM me, let's be honest, we have to verify to make sure that their story or whatever they're saying is in fact what's going on. Right. So we do have those Zooms, we do have those video chats, we do ask for documentation, not because we want to be in somebody else's business, but we are a IRS public charity. We have a 501c3, and we are platinum status with GuideStar. So we want to keep that platinum status to keep more people coming to the Black Fairy Godmother Foundation, donating to help more marginalized families across the world.
And then another thing about that is you help everyday people, because when I watched that segment, I saw a woman who was in business attire, who spoke like eloquently. So we can't put a face on that saying, hey, this is just in low income families. This can happen to anybody. So in one of those testimonies, or a testimony that you've received, what has been the one that stood out to you most when you've helped other women and men?
The one that stood out was when I had a woman who worked at a actual Fortune 500 company for 10 years and lost it all. She lost it all. She never asked for government assistance. She never asked a family member to borrow money. And her unemployment stopped. During the pandemic, a lot of government agencies thought that the pandemic was over and they stopped people's unemployment benefits. Like, hey, I need water. I need food. My lights is off. They took my car. Help me, Fairy. Wow. Within 5 hours, we got it done. And now he came back on the Kelly Clarkson show to let people know, hey, I've been in business for years. I've done this, and that. This girl actually helped me. I'm 50 years old. Mm-hmm. Think about a 50-year-old woman asking someone for help.
Right. That's and then the other thing that I like, you're not just local, so you're community based, but not just your community, but all communities. So how do you stay tapped in?
How I stay tapped in through word of mouth. And now I'm trying to work with certain politicians and certain councilmen and even certain schools and churches who have women who need help. That's how I'm staying tapped in and trying to get them the services that they need.
Okay. So then I'm gonna toggle back for a moment, just in case, because I'm pretty sure I didn't tell people how you got your organization started. So could you expound on that for a brief moment?
Absolutely. So I am a marginalized mom of a special needs kiddo, and I lost my job. I worked for a Fortune 500 company, and during that time, you would that I go to welfare office to get help, right? Mm-hmm. No. You gotta go through ropes. You gotta go through the red tape. And I got discouraged. Right. So I went ahead and I went on social media and asked people to help. And at the time, there was a Facebook follower who said, hey, the group of women that help Black and brown women, and just join the group and tell them what you need. I introduced myself, my son, and I said, I have a son who has special needs. I need someone to advocate and contact Children's Hospital to let them know, hey, he is still on the wait list after a year and he needs therapy. One woman said, I have LinkedIn, and at the time I didn't know what LinkedIn was. I'm going to contact the chairperson. She wrote to the chairperson, and within 2 days, my son got a therapy appointment for speech, occupational therapy, and also physical therapy. Just that quick. And she used her privilege. She was a Caucasian woman, and she did her due diligence. And then the next woman said, well, I work for Target. I can help you get Depends, because even though you have health insurance through Medicaid, some of those diapers that they give you either breaks the baby out or it's just not good.
Right.
Because they, they go through them. So she said, hey, I got some coupons here, and every month I can gift you a box of Depends and wipes. I said, cool, that will help me. Now, I'm not asking for money, I'm asking for resources.
Right.
And then there was a couple in Washington named Kimberly and Steve Rumberg, and they've been in this, they worked for Wall Street, they retired, they done it all. And they said, what are you going to do next? Like, you just can't just sit here and just get, diapers here or food here and gift cards here. You need to do something to stabilize yourself. I said, I always wanted to go to school, but I owe $745 back in 2007 at a community college. So Steve said, I'm going to write the check, and we're going to help you get enrolled online, and we're going to put you through school. I graduated June 3rd. With my degree in general science, and I'm going into nursing school. But unfortunately, Steve did not make it. He had passed away during COVID-19, but his wife saw me graduate.
Congratulations. I know that was very heartfelt and made it all the more worthwhile to continue on with this journey. Now, speaking of the journey, you've been this financial wizard, just this all-around great person, doing your thing with this foundation for 9 years. Kudos to you. Is it 9 years? I don't want to speak.
It's 9 years. October 7th is 9 years, and I'm blessed.
Yes. And so are we to have you. And then speaking of that, you have the gala coming up. That's a representation of the the foundation. So can you tell us about the gala?
Yes, the Purple Diamond Awards is a very, very prestigious gala, and it's not just for the Black Fairy Godmother Foundation. It's for all the grassroots nonprofit organizations, and also the activists and the politicians who are getting their feet and their hands wet and dirty by just being there for their community, but they don't get the recognition that they are supposed to receive. So what we do is we have them come to the gala, dress beautifully, have great music, network with each other, and get their recognition awards. So yes, that's the Black Fairy Godmother experience. And when I tell you, some of these people been doing the work for 10, 15 years, and they meet up with the mayor, and the mayor goes, "Oh, I never knew you'd done this work." So it's very important for us to connect the community, these organizations, these politicians, to let them know we are helping you get the votes, but you need to help some of the people here too. So that's what the gala is all about.
So you have a list of, you have a main attraction performer, and who's the recipient of the awards?
I have Kenny Lattimore and Jeff Red, who will be entertaining us for the night, and the recipient of the awards will be the Hall of Famer Ras Baraka. He is one of the Black mayors in Newark, and also a very strong activist in the community for gun violence and domestic violence. Then we have Mr. Angelo Ellaby, who is a celebrity publicist who paved the way for many, many, many stars that we actually look up to as of now. We have Kate Barnhart, who has a LGBT homeless youth center in New York City, and she's been doing it for 18 years by housing the homeless youth who are, gay or they are lesbians. We have the Isaiah House in East Orange. They have been doing the work since 1988, single mothers with babies. They don't receive any government funding, and this woman has been opening her shelter since day one. She is also being recognized. And we have also a Brooklyn-based organization that helps males called Growing Forward. They will also be recognized at the gala for all the work that they've been doing since 1995, preventing gun violence. And last but not least, we have the Black Panther Party, who every Friday has fresh fruits, vegetables, and food for many kids who are hungry in Newark, New Jersey. They come down the street, they pass them a bag to take home to their families and friends, just like they did in the 70s. So I'm just excited for all of these, all the recipients and all of their hard work that they have been doing in the community and on social media. So it's amazing.
It's amazing. So, and another amazing thing is, and y'all don't forget to go to the website, get your tickets. It's going to be in Newark, New Jersey. Can you give them the address?
Absolutely. It is going to be at the Newark Museum of the Arts. Yes, the gallery. The Newark Museum of the Arts at 49 Washington Street in Newark, New Jersey, and it starts at 6 p.m. You don't want to miss it. Please come in your beautiful black attire and just network, have fun with the recipients, open yourself to the community, and just open your eyes, and you might want to help someone. So you never know. But this is our third annual. Every year people keep coming back because they just love the experience that we bring.
And speaking of experiences, you helped over 324 families across the U.S. this past year, and you received a donation from the Gates Foundation. So can you tell us about that?
Yes, you never know who's watching and who's listening, and I just thank Bill and Belinda Gates for providing us with a substantial amount of funding. We were able to help many families last year who was facing eviction, and also save some people from foreclosure as well. So I just thank them for all of they have done, and I look forward to another substantial amount, but I'm just blessed that we were able to help many families.
It's a blessing. It's working people who really need the help. It's all people that need help, and some may be very prideful and not willing to come forward to your traditional organization. So the Black Fairy Godmother is definitely an organization where you're not going to be under scrutiny. She doesn't, from what I've seen on the Kelly Clarkson show, she don't even know the people that she's helping. So that's not even a discussion that's going to go on once you receive the help. It's private. It's all about you, and it's all about community. So reach out to her about that. And if you want to participate in the gala, just by giving funding, could you give them information on that?
Absolutely. They can go to our website at www.theblackfairygodmother.org to purchase the tickets. And if they would like to sponsor, please go to our website as well, and you would click on the link and you would tap into speaking to my publicist, Mr. Angelo Ellaby at Double Exposure, and they would definitely give you a sponsorship deck and also ways that you can help at the gala.
Okay. So now I have one more question. You are also domestic violence, like you're an advocate for domestic violence and financial resources in addition to schooling. So how is that going since the last time we spoke? You had 12 volunteers and you mentioned you have more volunteers. So how has the I keep saying organization, I'm so sorry. How has
It's fine.
foundation grown since then?
We are now at 34 volunteers across the U.S.
That's amazing. Congratulations. That's a huge number from 12. So would you say, like, looking back from a year ago until now, did you think you would get this far, like making the impact that you're making?
I'm going to be honest, I did not think that I would be able to impact so many lives. I just thought that I'm here to help. I'm here to be a servant. I remember being in a room and just not knowing what to do or who to speak to get my son to help. And nobody knows, but not just being a mother, but a woman, when you're at your lowest point and you're trying to think and you don't have the support, but you meet somebody like the Black Fairy Godmother who's going to give you that talk for 6 minutes and to help you along the way and see what resources she may have, it takes you out of your element and it makes you as a person say, hey, somebody help me. Let me see what I can do as well. So for me, being able to change many young girls' mindsets who may have 2, 3 to 4 kids, then they come back to me 3 to 6 months later and say, Miss Simone, I got my GED. Or Miss Simone, I'm a medical assistant. Or Miss Simone, I graduated out of community college just like you. That's what I love to hear. Back in the 80s and 90s, our women have pride, and I'm trying to bring that back to us. And I want us as a people to think about in the 70s and the 60s. Don't be afraid to say I'm having a hard time. I know that, we live in a dangerous and crazy world, but there are some good people out there, especially neighbors, that will actually help you get on your feet.
That's right. Okay. Now, I told you that was my last question. This is really my last question, and I promise. Tell us what this means to you. You don't have money, but you have resources.
It means a lot to me because resources can also lead to money. How you think many of the billionaires and millionaires made it? They didn't make it with just money. They made it with a person mentoring them. They made it with resources. Most of them slept in their car. Look at Tyler Perry. Look at Steve Harvey. Look at Oprah. They've been through the same trenches that we've been through or have gone through. And look at them now because they went through resources.
Okay. And I'm going to tap into mine, girl. Thank you. So
Yes. It works.
Yes. So give people your Instagram information and then that website information one more time before we check out.
Absolutely. My website is www.theblackfairygodmother.org, and you will always be able to click ways to give. If you're not able to, give money, you can also use your Amazon points to help a family in need through their Amazon wish list, or go to IG. The Black Fairy Godmother Official is our verified page, or our Facebook page, the Black Fairy Godmother Foundation.
Congratulations, Queen. Woo woo.
Thank you.
Thank you.